Notice this, you've already been doing it. Every time you tell yourself, I'll do it later, your brain runs a hypnotic loop, anchoring inaction to safety. Like a little kid clutching a dirty blanket, calling it comfort, when it stinks up the whole house. That's hypnosis too, just shitty hypnosis. But here's the flip. What if we weaponize that same trance against itself? Think of the big picture. Going to the gym is tiny, but being there for your kids longer, that's big. Your nervous system can argue with a gym membership. It can't argue with don't abandon my children. The brain's hierarchy of values works like gravity. You can't fight it. When you ask what's important about that, it's like digging until you hit the root system. And once you've hit roots, water flows everywhere. Motivation spreads automatically. You don't pump it. It pumps itself. When people get stuck, it's not because the mountain's too big. It's because the shoes are untied. Break it down. One rep, one phone call, one conversation. Chunking down makes the infinite edible. Ever seen a python eat? It swallows things bigger than itself because it digests slow. That's how your unconscious handles change. One bite, dissolve it, keep going. Resistance isn't a brick wall, it's raw energy. Like an untrained dog yanking on the leash, wild as hell. And you don't fight that dog, you redirect it. The leash is values. What's important about that question turns the dog around and suddenly it's dragging you straight to the destination. Science backs it. Talking about values lights up dopamine pathways. Your brain literally rewards you for aligning with what matters. That's not woo, that's neurology. Therapists call it change talk. You can't resist your own voice. Try it. Say out loud, I want to live a long life for my kids. Your body surges with agreement. That's your unconscious voting yes. Now imagine the shadow side. You ignore this skill. You never chunk up the values. You keep arguing about surface shit. Gym, diet, money, relationships. You lose every debate with yourself. Because you're fighting symptoms, not the root. Like bailing water from a sinking ship while ignoring the hole in the hull. The karmic tax, burnout, regret. The slow ache of knowing you had the keys but never turned them. And your kids, they notice. They don't remember what you told them to do. They remember the model you lived. Friend, I don't want to work out today. You, yeah, I get it, you're tired. What's important about working out anyway? They say, I guess being healthy. You say, and what's important about being healthy? They say, I want to be around for my kids. You, so skipping today. What's the cost in that equation? Boom, they've anchored the gym to being a good parent. Try fighting that. Their brain won't let them. Confusion opens the door. Ever notice how when someone says something that makes no sense, your mind pauses, and in that pause, you're open. That's when the seed slips in. So when someone resists, you can say, funny, isn't it? How the more you try not to think about changing, the more you wonder, what would change if you did? And while you're wondering, part of you is already rehearsing the new behaviour, aren't you? The top traps, waiting for motivation. Motivation is bullshit. Action breeds motivation, not the other way around. Focusing on the how, not the why. Without values, the how feels heavy. Over-chunking, seeing the whole staircase, forgetting you only need the first step. Fear of judgment, afraid people will laugh. They already are. At the version of you who doesn't act. Confusing resistance with truth. Resistance just means energy. Redirect it. Here's the kicker. You're already a hypnotist. You've been hypnotizing yourself into mediocrity for years. Time to flip the script. From now on, every time you catch yourself saying, I can't, or not today, you'll hear it as a trance command and laugh. Because you know how to reframe. You'll chunk up. What's important about this? You'll chunk down. What's the next bite-sized move? You'll reframe resistance as rocket fuel. You'll see procrastination as self-hypnosis and snap out of it with a smirk. This isn't motivation, this is wiring. The new you doesn't push, he pulls. Because when you hand someone a mirror where they see the version of themselves they want to be, they run faster toward it than you could ever shove. So, what's important about all this? If you say, because I want to live fully, be present, leave no love unspoken, then your brain wires this whole process to your deepest values. And once values are in play, you're unstoppable. Resistance collapses, excuses dissolve, and every action becomes a reflection of who you already decided you are. No fluff. Just the mechanics of change wired into your unconscious. Now, what's important about that?